my name is Megan. Thank you for joining me. Today I'll be discussing the proper hand washing technique and demonstrating it. For those of you who may not know, there's actually several ways to wash your hands and several steps. Every 4 out of 5 people skip hand washing daily. Think about how many times you shake someone's hand in a day. How do we know that they properly wash their hands? How do we even know that they wash their hands at all? When we were very young, we were taught the importance of hand washing and how to wash our hands. But what we didn't learn is how many steps really go into the hand washing procedure. I know this by knowledge of me going to medical terminology class and diversified medical technology. In my junior and my senior year in high school, I had to pass hand washing procedure. And if I didn't pass, I wouldn't be able to pass the class. It's amazing to me that people don't really know how to wash their hands properly. They don't really realize how many germs they really carry on their hands or the diseases that they carry. They don't realize the outcome of it all. They are unaware of the importance of washing your hands. About 1.8 million children under the age of 5 die each year from diarrheal disease and pneumonia. These are one of the top 2 diseases that kill children under the age of 5. Hand washing with soap protect about 1 out of 3 children who get sick with diarrhea, and almost 1 out of 5 young children with respiratory infection. Hand washing education in schools and access to soap could improve attendance. 95% of people don't know how to wash their hands. Only 5% of us really do know how to wash our hands properly. Teaching people about proper hand washing could reduce the number of people who get sick with diarrhea by 31%, reduce diarrhea illness with people with weakened immune systems by 58%, and reduce respiratory illnesses like colds and pneumonia in the general population by 16 to 21%. Now I will go into detail on good and bad sources of water. Also, when to wash your hands. When people think of water, they think of the good kind. They think of the kind that can kill germs. Some water sources are harmful to you. For example, water like a lake or a pond or a river. All these waters are still. Some rivers are running, but majority of them are still. People use these water sources for People use these water sources for garbage, for dumps, and in some cases, urine and feces. Another source of water that isn't clean is public pools and water parks. These people may think these are clean, but they're really not. People think because they are filled with chlorine and bromine that kills the germs, they don't really kill all the germs. You are encouraged after using the restroom to wash your hands. Before a meal to wash your hands. Also before, during, and after meal preparation to avoid cross-contamination and germ spreading. Now I'm going to go into detail and show you how to wash your hands and demonstrate it for you guys, okay? So I'm going to turn this over here. We're going to turn this way. See, there we go. So what you're going to do is turn on the faucet. So turn the faucet. You want to get to a lukewarm temperature, a temperature that's right to the skin, not too hot, not too cold, just perfect. You can touch the faucets and everything now because your hands are contaminated, because if you haven't washed your hands properly, then they're contaminated. So now that we got the temperature at the right temperature, I'm going to wet my hands. You always want to wet your hands before you touch the soap, before you even put soap on your hands. If you have long sleeves, make sure you wet them up, because water holds bacteria, and if you get your shirt wet, then you're just going to recontaminate your hands all over again. So then we're going to put some soap on our hands, and we're going to go in a circular motion, get some lather and some friction. In medical class, we always learn to keep our hands below our elbows. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in a circle for about 10 seconds. In between our fingers for 10 seconds. Make sure you get in between your thumbs. Now we're going to go on top of our hands, in between fingers again, for 10 seconds. And then we're going to go right up, we're going to scratch our palms, because underneath the nails hold the most germs. People don't realize that. We're cleaning our palms and underneath our nails. You want to do this for about 15 seconds. Okay. And then after that, we'll go back in a circular motion. Go behind our hands again, get all that. We're going to do 2 inches on our wrist. Okay. After we have lathered all of our hands and cleaned our hands properly, we're going to rinse our hands. And you always want to keep your hands in a downward facing. Never touch the insides of the sink, or else you'll recontaminate your hands and you'll have to start the process all over again. Don't touch the faucet after you've cleaned your hands as well, because you'll recontaminate your hands as well. Once your hands are cleaned thoroughly, you don't want to shake them. You don't want to go like full-on shake, because you will stir up the dust particles and you will recontaminate your hands, and you will end up having to restart the process all over again. So what I'm going to do is put my hand up like this and dry my hand from the fingertips down. You don't want to do from the wrist down, or else you will contaminate your hands. Okay. Then hand is done. Now I'm going to get another towel. I'm going to do this hand. Okay, now that that's done, so I'm going to use this paper towel to turn off the faucet so I don't recontaminate my hands. And I'm going to throw that away. So now that is the proper way to wash your hands to avoid any germ spreading and any diseases being spread. In conclusion, by knowing the proper hand washing, you'd be, let me get you guys back to me, there we go. In conclusion, by knowing the proper hand washing, you'd be protecting yourself and the people around you. By knowing the difference between good and bad waters, and the importance of knowing when to wash your hands. These are just as important as knowing the steps in a healthier you. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys learned a lot on the hand washing technique.